This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done. Do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahushai is the son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 29, is I came across this article today by Fox 5, where the title screams Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 29. Okay? Iran, which is also known as the Persians, all right, warns it will build nukes, turn NY into hellish ruins if attacked. Okay? And this reminded me of Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 29, because A, Iran is one of those nations, all right, that will have that bow, all right, which is represents them nuclear capabilities to launch onto America, Babylon the Great. And you notice it's the Persians said they're going to turn NY into a hellish ruins. That's also spiritual too, because that reminded me of the second death, which I got already on deck. Okay. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20. And I'm going to start at 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High. And the books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. Right. And who does the dead represent? All right. These people, man. These heathens, okay? And you could throw them 2/3, all right, in there too, all right? Because they're spiritually dead, all right? All you got to do is look up World Star Hip Hop. You can see tons and tons of, okay, of spiritually dead Jake, all right? And that's why this nuclear missile is going to bring upon them, all right, that judgment, all right, that hellish, all right, judgment. 13. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. Right. And that also goes to show you that, okay, hell is a condition, man, and our people are in it, all right? Hell is a condition, and they were judged every man according to their works. 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And that goes to show you hell is not on the ground. Hell is not some crazy pitchfork holding, all right, two-horned on the head individual. You know what I'm talking about. What they call the so-called devil. All right, running around, all right, poking people. Nah, man. Hell represents a condition, okay? Also represents the grave, okay? And that's why it says, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death, right? Into the judgment, into the destruction, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, all right? 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire, right? That's those 2/3, all right, that were spiritually dead, okay? because they had no understanding of the scriptures. They were walking after the ways of the heathen, especially Esau, Edom. All right? That's why the scripture says about those, the Lord will not hear them. Okay? They're in the congregation of the dead. Hold on, let me get that. Congregation of the dead. Proverbs 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding, all right, understanding these scriptures, obeying the law, statutes, and commandments, the ones that you can keep, okay, calling on the true name of the Lord, which is Yahweh Shai, shall remain in the congregation of the dead. There you go. So if you're spiritually dead, all right, you're not in the book of life, all right, you're going to be in the lake of fire. Because you don't want to hear, okay, the words of the Lord. You don't want to hear, who the Lord set up as the prophets. All right, because, hey, nuclear war is coming, man. This is a powerful headline right there. So let's go back to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Right, that represents the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done. Do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. That's talking about intercontinental ballistic missiles. And Iran has those missiles. And Iran's one of those nations, all right, that's going to lob nukes on America, all right, because America's works are evil, all right. Look what they're pushing out in 2022, in the year of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai turning up. LGBTQ lifestyle, Transformers, and you could kill your child, in the womb. And they're arguing about what day's best fit to kill a child, whether it be the day, or whether it be 9 months. All right, this place got to go. Also, the oppression of the children of Israel. Okay? Let's get this article, all right? Because that Iran making that statement, this reminded me of 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and 28. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 28. Behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, the kings of the east. Okay? 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia, those are Ishmael's descendants, shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, and all they which hear them may fear and tremble. 30. Also the Carmenians, those are those Persians, okay? In fact, let's see if it will allow me. Well, bear me one moment. That was interesting. Let's look up the word Carmenians. Follow along. Let's look up this word. All right, and again, where did I get this understanding knowledge from? From my apostles and elders, all right? Because they say go into words, and they looked up Carmenians, right? Okay, the apostles have done many lessons on this. Okay, Carmenians. So who are these talking about? Carmenians. Hold on. Don't want to. Let's just. If I do it this way, let's just see. Carmenian. All right, is a village. Carmenian, Iran. Carmen, Persia. Carmenian, Persia. Carmenian, Iran. Okay, Wikipedia. See if they got like a Carmenian. All right, so it's Iran. I used to even get more deeper than that. Hold on. Make sure I spelt this right. Spare me one moment. Carmen, IANS. All right, so let me spell that out one more time. Let's do it this way. There we go. Carmenia is a historical region that approximately corresponds to the modern Iranian province of Karmen. So these are talking about the Persians. Okay? Also, the Carmenians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Right? The modern day Assyrians is talking about America, Babylon the Great. 31. And then shall the dragons have their upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Right? And that's why you see, okay, the Arabs and the Persians coming together. All right, they're putting their differences aside. Okay, just look at Iraq and Iran, man. Most of Iraq now is siding with Iran. All right, because America, okay, fucked up that country, Iraq. Okay, America fucked up Iraq. Just look at the 20-year history. Okay, so that's why they're coming together. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence with their power, shall flee. And from the land, 33, and from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and in their host shall be fear and dread and strife amongst their king. 34, behold, clouds from the east and from the north and unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. So yeah, man. It's gonna be very horrific when, okay, these Iranians and these Arabs, all right, and these other nations, they have all these nukes, man, and they start just lobbing it over here. Okay, I also wanted to bring this out. You got Russia. The title speaks for itself. Russia woos Africa with arms, grain, and nuclear power, right? And all you got to do is go down to right here. Lebros tour of Egypt, the Republic of Congo, Uganda, and Ethiopia comes as African countries struggle with soaring food and fertilizer prices due to supply chain disruptions, which Moscow blames on the sanctions, as Washington does on the Russian invasion and blockade of Ukrainian ports, right? And so the Russians are gonna, okay, help the Ethiopian people, which goes according to Ezekiel chapter 38, okay? Just like the Russians are helping the Iranians. And you can clearly see Ezekiel chapter 38 and 1, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog. Let's talk about Russia, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against it. Right, what we're saying is that the Lord is going to use Russia, okay, and its allies to go against America to fulfill prophecy. All right, 3, and say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I'm against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Here's the point. 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Okay? So the Russians have allies. Okay? And the Russia's allies are all with Russia because Russia's got the power, got the military might. So they're all with Russia. Persia's with Russia, Ethiopia's with Russia, even Libya. Okay? 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Right? You got China. China's with Russia. 7, be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou, here's a point, a guard unto them. So that's why, man. All right, that's why you see Iran bucking up the way Iran's bucking up, and you see why these nations out of Africa, okay, are like, yeah, let's go to Russia. All right, because Russia got the big boy toy, which is the intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, which is prophecy. So, Lord willing, is less edifying. You know, I didn't want to make it too long, but hey, man, this title speaks for itself, man. I mean, we're clearly at the end. We're just waiting for the whole financial system to change into a cashless, digital, all right, technocratic society where everyone will be linked to a digital all, okay? And if you're not part of the elect, all right, you ain't going to get delivered from it, period. And that's why we here at Great Millstone, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we push this word so hard, all right? And we're so passionate about the words of the Lord, all right? Because we clearly see, and Tawadi Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for giving us that eye salve of the agenda of what's happening. We clearly see we're at the end. All right, so with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Wakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And to the few sisters that do watch, keep studying when you pray with your head covered. Shalom and abad with ball. Shalom.